Hey everybody, what's going on? How is your New Year's coming along? As for me, mine's is going pretty good. I can't complain so far. I actually feel invigorated, if that's an actual word. I feel revitalized. I feel refreshed. Wrote down my goals and working towards them, and one of them is meditation. Oh boy, this one has. I've just been doing it for 2 days now, and it's been a game changer so far in terms of the peacefulness that I feel after I get done meditating. It's amazing. I feel so calm. But yeah, that's one of my goals is to meditate all the way for every day for 10 minutes, 10, 20 minutes until February 1st. I think it's a real powerful tool. And also my boy, Steven Superfit, he was talking, or Superfit Steven, whatever his name is on IG, something like that. He was talking about meditation as well. And he is big into health. He's big into fitness. He's big into building muscles and sustaining lean muscle. He recommended me to read a book. Bought that right away. And he is talking about meditation as well and how it's helping him out because he feels so busy. He feels like he needs to be doing something all the time. And that is a very, very common thing for people is if you're not doing something, you feel like you're getting behind. You feel like you're getting behind in your work and you don't feel like you're getting things accomplished. So that's normal for some people. And meditation is a way to circumvent that so that you can actually chill out, because chilling out is very important as well. It's R&R, rest. What is it? I don't know what it is. Rest and relaxation or something of the sort is very, very important. But talking about books, this is a very, very powerful book as well. It's called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And just finished reading this bad boy. And one of the things, it talks about fear in here. And a good quote that the author uses is by Ralph Waldo Emerson, who is a philosopher and poet. He said that, do the thing that you are afraid to do, and the death of fear is certain. So by doing the thing that you are afraid to do, you're literally killing fear because you're taking action. And you're going after it. And I could tell you big time, one of the things that I fear to do, and also, who else was talking about this? Another motivational entrepreneur type gentleman was talking about this as well. Owen Cook. He was talking about putting the things out there that are your best, and people not liking them. That's pretty fearful. And that's why, honestly, I've lagged on the podcast for so long. I have a name in mind. I'm not going to say it right now because it might change. But I have a name in mind. My plan is to continue to upload content for a minimum once a week. That's my goal, is to continue to upload these contents until the content gets better and better and the video editing gets better and better and it comes together and it's all smooth. It's all a smooth process. I got all this equipment. I'm learning how to use it. I'm learning how to video edit, which the editing is not very hard. You put the audio and the video into a video editing tool and then, turn some volumes down, switch some things into MP3. It is cool. And I'm getting a lot of help from my partners from that. So thank you guys. A big shout out. How are your New Year's resolutions coming along? Are you doing the things that you fear? Well, I hope you're trying at least, because by doing that, then you're going to be able to kill fear. You're going to be able to see, because fear is controlled majority, and for the neuroscientists, correct me if I'm wrong, by the amygdala. And the amygdala is a very important piece of our brain that is responsible for our flight or fight mechanism. If you see a bear, your amygdala kicks in. If you're in the woods, you see a bear, your amygdala kicks in. Or a guy walks in with a gun into where you're at and starts firing off, your amygdala kicks in. It tells you either to fight the guy or run away. Freeze is also another one. But that is an important piece of information to understand, because if you understand these days, fear of rejection or fear of failure, it seems real, and for some circumstances it can be very real, but for most part, say for example, you like a girl or you like a guy and you want to ask them out on a date. The fear that they might not want to go on a date with you is real. Like it's very real. But the thing is, you're not going to die from it. You're not going to die from it like a gun or a bear. So your amygdala doesn't differentiate between if it is that type of fear or, it doesn't differentiate. So it's important to know when you're being quote unquote hijacked by your amygdala. And if it's not a life-threatening situation or it's not threatening you in a major way, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Do the thing that you fear. Do the thing that you are afraid of. And death of fear is certain. And that's a very, very important piece of information. I know a lot of the times, like last night, my boy hit me up and I hit him up as well and told him, hey, let's go out, maybe go to a bar, have some drinks, talk to some lovely ladies, and, see where it goes from there. And I was telling him that, Jesus, man, I don't like going up and talking to girls, because most of the time I do that at a bar, I get rejected. I get rejected, man. It's kind of like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Tap them on the shoulder or whatever. And they're just like, no, no, go away. Some of them, you're lucky. You're lucky if some of them entertain you and have a conversation for 1 or 2 minutes. But it's just probably my game sucks and it needs to get better. But anyways, that attempt to go up and talk is, for whatever reason, almost sometimes paralyzing. And tell me if you feel this way. I'm just like, sometimes I'm just don't want to go. And last night I've been a little bit under the weather, so that was part of it. But I was telling him in a text, man, I don't like getting rejected. And here's the thing. It's not going to kill you. It's not going, are you dead? Have you ever went up and tried to go talk to a girl? Have you ever went up to a guy, if you're a girl, and tried to initiate a conversation? Well, no, you didn't die, right? You're still alive. So that's a important thing to recognize, that do the things that you're afraid to do, and the death of fear is certain. Now, again, it's important to distinguish between, are you trying to fight a bear or are you trying to go approach a person because you're interested in them and you're afraid that they might reject you, that you won't be good enough, what have you. So that's essentially what I want to talk to you guys about. And also New Year's resolution stuff. I was hating on New Year's resolutions. I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions. I told you this before, because 80% or something crazy statistically fail a New Year's resolution. It's kind of bogus. Why don't you just set yourself some goals that's important to you and go after those goals and have a plan. Shout out to my boy again, Steven, for letting me share my goal of trying to get fit, specifically to a certain amount of body fat percentage. I told him about it and he's like, okay, what's your plan? What is your plan? What is the plan? And I told him, eat right and go to the gym, which is not a bad plan. And I feel good right now. But if I want to take my fitness, my health to the next level, if you want to take yourself to the next level, it's advisable to get a mentor, to get a strategy, and to do the damn thing. Okay? So if you're listening to this, let me say thank you, first of all. Secondly, let me say I'm asking for feedback. This is something that is going to be a continuous evolution for me, and is something scary for me to do and put out there, even though it just seems like, oh, you're just talking, it's a podcast. But no, this represents me, and this is something that I want to do. I want to make sure that it's good. I want to make sure that it's entertaining. I want to make sure that it's informative. And eventually, I'd like to have guests on who are very interesting as well, who are experts in different areas and have interesting perspectives so that they can talk and share and people can learn and laugh. And it's a lighthearted approach for the most part to understanding the way that life works, because this is something that I'm very, very interested in, the way that life works. What's it all about? I'm confused. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. You see these books here, The Alchemist. You see this book here, The Slight Edge Theory. You see this book here, Money, Master the Game. You see this book here about food, the beauty detox foods. Like, I'm trying to figure all this out, and it's a lot. So I think this podcast, I think these videos, I think the things that I tried to do is, and what I've heard from people, the videos help. The information that I provide helps because it's informative, but at the same time, it's lighthearted and it's relatable. So I want to make sure that this is relatable. I want to make sure that it's funny, and I want to make sure that it's informative. I'm not saying it has to be that all the time, but I want to make sure that through the content being released, that is what it encompasses. So please provide me some feedbacks, leave some comments, DM me because it goes down in the DMs, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.